Hello, 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 and greetings. Ivan Katz here at a wonderful disc golf course, Estero, down in Florida. I actually have a video where I play the whole course and talk about what I throw and why I'm throwing it. So check that one out. Just search Ivan Katz Disc Golf Estero or anywhere else. I play courses all around the country and share with you tips and tutorials on throwing these disc golf discs. I have a Patreon, which would help me out greatly. So check that out. But today is a windy day and a little bit windy. The wind's coming this way. I'm going to throw a bunch of discs in a field. I have 18 discs and I'm going to go for the maximum distance with a whole bunch of different types of discs. I'm going to talk about how they fly, and I forehand flick all my drives, so that's what I'll be doing. And maybe I'll discuss the numbers on the discs and things like that. So smash that like button and subscribe, like I said, if you can. Help me out with the Patreon, which I'll link below. But let's get going. There's a basket in the distance there, and I'm just gonna throw and see what happens here. Valkyrie is the first one, a DX, very broken in Valkyrie. First throw of the day, no warm up, so you know, it's okay. Here's a destroyer, pretty stable in terms of that one. 12, 5, -1, and 3. The Valkyrie tends to turn over, flippy. That's the third number, -1 on this one. That one's more like a -3, meaning if I throw it with hyzer, it'll turn up. So a -1 will turn up a little bit. -2, -3, -4, they'll flip over. Right hand, backhand, -1, flip up, hyzer, flip, hyzer, flip. When you talk about a disc being understable or flippy, that's what it means. It turns over. And you don't want to be extending your arm too much to make it turn over. Like if you're throwing a very stable disc, sometimes people will put some anhyzer on it, let it straighten out this way. Forehand flick this way, straighten out. If you're doing that, that disc is, the number's too high. The stability is too low. The stability is too low. Like it's too stable for you, actually. So a stable disc will fly flat and then fade for forehand flick. Flat and then fade off. If you can't get a disc to turn over, then you need to do one of two things. You need to go down in the first number. Like if you're throwing a 12 destroyer, you need to go down to like a 9, 8, 7, maybe throw a leopard. Mid-range, start with mid-ranges, 4, 5s, and 6 for the first number. 7, 8, 9, control drivers, fairway drivers, same thing. Approach and mid-range is the same thing also. And then distance drivers like this one. 12, 5, -1, 3. This one should turn over a little bit, just turn over a little bit, maybe S-curve out a little bit, and then fade. The fade is the 3 at the end, and the second number is the glide. So let's see what happens. This is pretty stable for me, and I'll just throw it and see. Also, DX Plastic Destroyer. Yeah, I cheated a little bit with that one. I probably put a little too much anhyzer. I put a little anhyzer on it because I knew it would fade out. And again, it's the morning. I haven't thrown yet. I'm not loose, but that's okay. I'll just keep on throwing. Hex Rakuten, I like this one a lot. Notice how low I threw that one. Probably should have given it a little more height, to be quite honest, but you want to throw nose down. You notice how I threw it kind of low, but it stayed, and kept flying? That's because I'm throwing nose down. That's how these discs are designed to fly. If you're throwing nose up with the front of the disc up in the air, it's just gonna fade off quicker. Right hand, backhand, it's gonna fade off quicker. You wanna throw it nose down like this. And that's how you get your distance. This is a Discraft X Avenger SS. Horrible throw. I'd like to throw that one again. Maybe I will actually. So these Avenger SS's tend to be pretty flippy for me. They do turn over. For some reason I was thinking it was going to be more stable, so I kind of turned it over a little bit, didn't throw it very well. Let me see if I can throw this one better. I'm just gonna do my natural throw with a little hyzer. Try to throw it low and in control and see what happens. Let's see. Hopefully it'll be better than that last one. That was terrible. Ah. I went the other way. I gave it too much hyzer. So, too much hyzer being, this is hyzer. And you know, I probably should have thrown that more flat, but I gave it a little too much hyzer. It did turn over some. A lot better than the one before, but that could be a good distance driver for me if I threw it correctly. This is a Crank SS, and this is also a Crank SS. This is the one I bag. I've got a couple, I'll show you here, a couple aces on it. Number 4, Burke Lake, and number 6 at Clark's Run. You can see number 6 at Clark's Run. Just search IvanKatz Ace Clark's Run, and you'll find that one on YouTube. Another Crank SS Ace at Bluemont, another one of my favorite courses in Arlington, Virginia. But Crank SS's are my favorite discs really for drivers. 13, 5, -3, and 2. This one I throw all the time, so I'll throw this one first. Let's see what happens. I'll throw it straight into the ground, and then let me throw this one. I think it's more stable. There you go. See, that's why I throw them all the time. My farthest throw today, the other one I threw straight into the ground. Terrible shot. But I do love the Crank SS, and it is one of my favorite discs. This one, Inistia, by Westside Discs, is another good one. I like to buy discs at used disc golf stores, and this is one I found, and it's pretty straight with a little fade at the end. Let's see what happens. Woo. Probably a little too high, a little nose up, but a decent throw. Another Avenger, Discraft X Avenger X SS. This is the one I bag more often. Okay, nice and straight, see? Valkyrie. This is a good example of a disc that I'll take on a trip to Florida, like I am now. If I have to throw over water, and I'm doing a video or something, I'll throw a disc that, well, if I lose it, I won't be that sad. I know that I like Valkyries, and this one is well worn in and very flippy, so I'll throw it with a lot of hyzer and see what happens. Terrible throw, not as flippy as I thought. Haven't thrown it in ages. Oh look, here's another Crank SS. I've got a bunch of these. I buy them when I find them, and you know, it's my favorite driver. So if I find one, it's a first run also. If I find one like that, I'll pick it up. Let's see. Again, too low on that Crank SS. Maybe I'll throw those 2 Crank SS's again and show you what I'm talking about. But DX plastic is the cheapest, and it also wears in the quickest. So you want to use that, and definitely it'll wear in. That means get more understable quicker. It'll get flippy. So that's what you want. All right, maybe I'll throw those 2 Crank SS's again. Why not? Okay, I went and grabbed all my Crank SS's again. Let's throw them again. They should go a little better than that. Better? A little better. Both those last ones are new. I just got them, so they're not as broken in, not as understable. by the way, I've been pausing because some players are playing through, and I watched a couple of guys throw. Oh, it's very windy out here. I watched a couple of guys throw, and I said, I can hand you 2 discs and make you throw much better than you just threw. And it worked. I've got 2 new subscribers because both of them threw a lot farther than they had initially thrown. One was just totally amazed, and I was like, well, and I handed them a Cobra. One of them I handed a Cobra, just a standard DX plastic Cobra, and one of them I handed a Kontiki, Kontiki, very straight, easy to throw disc, and they threw it quite well. So yeah, it's all about having the right disc, really. If you're not turning these discs over, make sure you have a negative 3rd number, like on a Cobra or the Kontiki. Good discs to throw there. All right, here we go. Discraft heat. Nice and straight and low. My Starlight Boss. These are all discs I bag. I really like these. Oh. Throwing so low today. That's a good disc, nice and straight. Here comes a Viking. There you go. Very flippy Leopard. Watch this one. So flippy. I'm gonna give it a lot of highs. Nice. This one's also super flippy, the King. Beautiful S-curve disc. Now this is a crank. I've got to throw this with a little Anheuser so I can get it a little further. There you go. I use that when there's a hazard off this way. I know I'm not going to throw it into the water or something that way. So, good to have something overstable. This is pretty stable too, a river. Huh. I am not throwing high enough today. Now the D2. Oh boy. That was a horrible throw to end it with. Let's see if there's something else. Yeah, I'll throw the Cobra. See what happens. Not bad for a mid-range. Okay, so there you go. Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's go see which one threw the furthest. Well, I'm not really surprised. It looks like the King did a good job. That always throws pretty far for me. Leopard, very flippy Leopard. My Crank SS, this is the #1 Crank SS I use lately. Big Z Crank, went pretty far. Avenger SS, this Crank SS here. What do we got here? The Viking, because it's understable. These are more stable over on this side. The Heat, very good disc. And then another Avenger SS there. Second tier here, the Valkyrie. Look how close those are. 2 Valkyries, the Cobra, and Hex Rakuten, another Crank SS, the Anistia, Destroyer here. So there you go. That's throwing a disc in a field here at Estero. I want to thank you so much for watching, and check out all my disc golf videos, my music videos. I have a video where I just traveled to England and did a video on the history of the Beatles. And in that video, I see an actual Beatle. Search Ivan Katz, London and Liverpool Beatles, and you'll find it. That was pretty amazing. I also do other rock music and pop culture videos like Jim Morrison's Life and Death in Paris, Jimi Hendrix's Life and Death and Lady Friends in London, and U2 in Dublin, Ireland. What else we got out there? Banksy's Art in Bristol. I do car reviews as DrivinIvan down here in Florida. I just did the Mercado Naples Cars and Coffee yesterday. I show you every car the Amelia Island Concorde Elegance. That's a great video. Also did the Radwood there, the 80s cars, and also the Gooding and Company auction and the Concorde Lemons. That was pretty funny, as well as the Broad Arrow auction in cars. That was a pretty cool video too. Hope you'll check it out. And what else do we have out there? My Free Your Mind music video, my I'll Never Tell music video. I have a channel, Ink Video, I-N-K Video, and on that one I do just acoustic guitar performances. I also have full music videos where I play all the instruments, like Hotel California, Maggie May by Rod Stewart. I even play the mandolin in that. Losing My Religion by REM. I love REM, actually. I play a bunch of REM. Laughing, and Radio Free Europe on all the instruments, and oh, what other videos? Southern Central Rain, Day Sleeper, a lot of stuff out there on that Ink Video channel. Ink Video on TikTok shows you some of my other music videos, just when I'm out seeing live bands or something, and also the stories behind the songs, interesting stories. So there you have it. Wow, it's windy today. Thank you so much for watching. I am producer Ivan Katz, aka DrivinIvan here in Estero. Check out my full round parts 1 and 2 of Estero 2. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.